All right, guys, how you guys doing? So, welcome to Dev Talk number 10. And today we're going to be talking about adding more into our short position in BNB. And before we do that, we're going to, as customary, look at watch to earns price. So, currently we experienced a little bump. We got a purchase of about 75 bucks, which is about 1900 I watched to earn. So, we're sitting at a little over 4 cents now. So hopefully we're able to break out of all-time highs, which is at currently 6.1 cents, 6.16 cents. And so that's another 50-ish%. And we have 2.24 BNB in the pool, which is $656 currently, $190.56 USDC in the secondary pool. And we have roughly a little under 44,000 in the operating wallets currently. And so going on to today's topic, I'm feeling very good, very good. I don't want to obviously jinx it, but we've had a little retracement since we initially started the trade. Uh, I need to check exactly when I started the trade, but I would like to say it's the 20th, which is about 8 days ago. But it could be around here because I know it was about 262, but I don't remember exactly what day. But regardless, so when we look out, so we're currently at the 4 hour. So let's go out to the daily. And so this is our third video about our short trade. So if you haven't seen our first two, I'll put them in the description. But yeah, so we're not going to go over what all of these lines mean. But yeah, so we went through this little uptick from 254 all the way up to 314. And so I made one of the videos when price was at 300, and I said, I thought that potentially at 300 it would go down, but there's always risk for a little flash up. So in the second video, I mentioned that 314 was going to be a potential zone to consider in terms of a flash up point, and then finally 334. So I had at that point in time when the trade, I had a liquidation price of 368, something like that, and then a stop loss at like 342, 345. But when price was at 315, I said, this is the top of its cycle here, and I redrew the cycle from last time because we have a few more candles, so this one fits more. You'll be able to see on the 4 hour better. So yeah, so as we say, we start on the left hand side, we cover the line of best fit for all the highs, since this is a bullish life cycle. So we want to see where the highs are in terms of a line of best fit. And so I sold literally about like 314. I sold roughly around here yesterday. So that brought up our price because initially we were at our entry price was roughly at 262. And then we added one more time, which is about 274. Then our third and final time so far is 292. However, this is the end of our entries for this current price range, but I would like to add more into the position with leverage, with decently more leverage, because our current our current stop loss price is at 342. So if price, and this is just a few hypotheticals here, but price goes back into this trend line that we made all the way back. We made back when November 2021. So we made all the way back last year. So if price does go on here and then bounce up to the edge of this cycle, I will be shorting again. It just depends. One, obviously, it depends on how much money I have. Because I do have a little bit in savings to do this, but I kind of want to wait until my next check, so it'll be a little easier. But regardless, whenever that takes place, I will be selling and adding more into the position. But currently, and I wanted to show you guys this on KuCoin, and I had it here, but with Vimeo and the recording, I'm not sure what's happening, and I just don't have the patience to kind of deal with that. But currently, we set to make the 2300 going downwards, and then we're risking about, I think, like say 640, 650. So it's a bigger purchase, or it's a bigger trade, at least for me, but I'm 100% confident. And the reason is because of this. So I was telling you guys this telling you guys about this in a previous video in terms of our in a previous BNB short position video, that I was going to look through all the data points of BNB for the weekly, daily, and 4-hour charts. And currently, we just have the weekly and daily, and try to identify different patterns, essentially, or not necessarily different patterns, but analyze what's normal, what's considered out of range, what's considered expected, etc. And then after that, we're able to then decide how much risk we're taking on when we're re-entering prices. So, and I thought I had it here already. Okay, here it is. So I'm going to drag this over here. All right. So, and this will be available for sale for you guys. And I'm going to be completing this out for pretty much all the way back until 20. I'm going to be doing this manually until the end of, or the beginning of 2022. So all the way up until January. And then I'm hopefully going to take a break and then relearn how to program and then just do this programmatically, because it's a little tedious to do it manually, but it's good to be intimate with the prices, which you just can't get if you do it through programming. But so what I did is that you'll see here that I arranged it by dates sequentially. So I started on the 25th doing this, so it's 3 days ago. So we don't have the most recent prices, but I'll update that later. But we have all the way down to the end of the month, which is November 1st, Halloween time. So you'll see I have candle bias, either bullish or bearish. And then I have our open prices, the differentials. So I look at the difference between the previous open and today's open, and then I write that here. So that's why this one is 12.03% higher than this one, etc. So did it for high, close, low, and these are the more exciting data points where essentially I took the entire candle range, meaning that because we have the open price, the high price, close price, and lowest price for these traditional candles. These are called either Japanese candlesticks or OHLCs. And you'll see that here, OHLC. That's where that comes from. So basically, I took the entire range of it. So basically, so instead of just taking so you see how this candle here on the 8th, which was during the FTX announcement and whatnot, it only has a closing price of negative 2.8% or close to negative 3%. But in reality, the entire wick or the entire range was 100 from high and low. You see H, which is 398.3, and then L for low is 298. So this entire range is $100. So it's a little misleading just to look at what it closed at. So I took the entire candle range, and so you'll see here that's the 100 that I just showed you, and I arranged it by color palette basically. So the maximum values have the darkest color, and then the lightest ones, obviously, or the lesser values have the lighter colors. So I then took these values, and then I did their ranges from high to low, and then compare that to the open prices of the candles here, basically saying that for the candle that I'm in worst case scenario, if it goes directly against me, meaning that it doesn't even go anywhere in my favor, I completely miscalled it. At what point am I going to stop out in terms of my stop loss? So when you take all of these values, you take them to a percentile calculator, you're able to find then is essentially like a risk profile sequentially. Meaning that if you were to make a stop loss here at only 2.8% about price, you have really a 95% chance of getting stopped out. And hopefully, all right, am I good? All right, yeah. So you have a 95% chance of getting stopped out on, according to the previous data points of the previous month of BNB. So you'll see that not being too greedy and having too much of a tight stop loss will prevent you from getting stopped out. So because we had a range of 30%, which was the FTX day, we know that if we put our stop loss at a 30% deficit or in the opposite direction of our trade, either bullish or bearish, according to our previous price data, we have a 100% chance of not getting stopped out. And so let me give you an example. So uh, either not necessarily 100% chance, but this is just this is a predictor in terms of whatnot. You still have to obviously know where to enter in terms of entry. You can't just randomly throw a dart. But the whole point is that when you look at it here, the uh, the depreciation rate. So meaning if you bought at 400, thinking that it's going to go up to 600, you would have lost using this percentile. But even then, if you were to have whoops, I messed up there. We said it was 29 point something percent, right? So meaning that you recovered roughly here. So if we do this, if you still want to go bullish on BNB, which doesn't make all too much sense currently, you would still be in the green if you would have, or you still wouldn't have been stopped out. Let's just say that you wouldn't have been stopped out even if you were to buy at $300 and whatnot. So this kind of gives you a range. So what I did here is that when I was at 313, I looked at the difference between, well, one is at the edge of its price cycle, the apex price, which I explained in the previous video. And when we look at here, we have another increase of 9.42%. So when you look at here, 9.42 means that I have an 80% chance of not getting stopped out. If I look at all of the price points, and not just very specifically this highly, in my opinion, highly probabilistic chance of going in your favor point on the chart compared to buying over here or selling down here, etc. So that's kind of how I did this, and I'm going to be filling this out more so we have more data points to go about. So if we do, lastly, if we do go down to 125, we're gonna have roughly about $3,000 extra in terms of me personally, and then because I'm personally funding the project, it's going to be split between that. If that happens, 1,500 will go into purchasing BNB, and then eventually wash to earn. I won't say exactly when, but it will definitely be 50% split. Then what I'm trying to do now is kind of trying to de hobbyize, I guess, a wash to earn. Basically, I wanted to make it officially its own company, its own entity, whatever. So I'm currently setting up all the records to do that. And partially, what I'm going to do is separate, obviously, the trading and purchasing accounts for wash to earn very shortly. So part of my payment of the other 1,500 would be to myself for my effort so far from June till now, and then I'll be using that some of that money, maybe about $600, $700 ish, to purchase wash to earn, but that is not promised, at least on the my personal part. But yeah, so do let's go for wash to earn in terms of price very shortly. It's just hopefully we do this in terms of we complete this trade smoothly, and hopefully we do get another entry, because if we do get another entry, I've calculated we could bring in another 1,200, 1,500 plus into the trade. So meaning that our profits off of currently, well, if we enter again, our cost for the trade total would be 1,000 or 1,100, and then we would bring back a profit of 4,500. So that would be a great thing. And so finally, I guess I wanted to tell you guys. So why the transition to it's not just a permanent transition. We're still going to be doing our other series, but the reason why I wanted to do this price trade live with you guys is to eventually sell courses in terms of how to do fundamental analysis in crypto, technical analysis in crypto, and then sentimental analysis in crypto. And basically, I called a Bitcoin trade. Uh, so we have in-depth crypto, which is our one of our series that we've adopted from my previous YouTube channel that I made back in 2021. So we just adopted it into Watch to Earn, and basically I called a Bitcoin trade here. So let's go to Instagram and let's go to in-depth crypto. So basically, I think it was April 18th, 2021. Bitcoin was trading at roughly 55,000, and I called it all the way down to 20,000. So if you go down to here, this is on Instagram, obviously. So yeah, on April on April 18th, I said sell your Bitcoin. I said, again, Bitcoin will plunge. This was May 12th, 2021, and this is when it was at 50,000. And then says, what a stupid thing to say twice. He said that to sell your Bitcoin. I said, look, 16-fold run is over, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, everyone was saying buy the dip here, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. But it's like, to buy the dip, you have to have reference of the top and bottom. And it's like, most of these traders don't know that. So this is the call I made here in 2021. And then this is the original. Yep. So this is the original call. So I have April 18th, 2021, sell your Bitcoin now. Price looks to go down past 20,000. Past 20,000. Which is where we're currently at now. So this is at 55,000. So if you look at Bitcoin's chart, so let's just go KuCoin. Hopefully I know I didn't. Oh yes, I did. Thank God. So this is a previous attempts of making this video. So price was at where? 55,000. So let's just do that right quickly. We're just going to see the difference of my chart of the trade. And this trade is definitely my best trade ever. I've traded Forex, penny stocks, futures, now crypto futures, whatever. This is my best trade. And so I made it all back here. I was like, guys, like this is the end. And I was only wrong for what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.2-ish weeks since April 18, 2021. So I'm not saying that I'm a genius or whatever, but I do believe my trading style is legitimate. And so I have 100% proof yet again that I called this April 2021. I said price looks to go down past 20,000. Who was calling it back then? Absolutely no one. So actually, I don't want to do that. I want to go back to BNB. So the point is that I do have a few good calls within crypto, and now I just want to publicize them. And as I publicize them, oh no, oh yeah, okay, I wasn't sure which exchange we were. As I publicize them, they'll become good marketing tools for a course that I produce. Because a lot of these traders and crypto people, they say, "Oh yeah, look how much I made, blah blah," during the bull cycle, during the bull market. And even during the bull market or bear market, you ask for proof of their trades, and they're just like, "Oh well, here's my little screenshot, or here's my little whatever." It's like you can easily edit that, but doing this live and putting this live on YouTube, that's way more of a it gives me far more credit, I guess. So that's kind of what I want to do. And when I do make those courses, which I hope to do first quarter of next year, so first quarter to second quarter, so during the summer, the spring to summertime, I want to release it. And essentially, if we have all these courses, that'll be able to bring a lot of interest into Watch to Earn overall in terms of demand for the token. So that's my entire focus, to look at how to increase the demand of the token. And if I'm looking to offer half of the course for free on YouTube and advertise it on YouTube, and then so people can, so it's not directly behind a paywall. If you guys are probably watching this all the way until now, you're into trading at least. But when we have a lot of those courses between day trading specifically, a lot of those courses are behind paywalls. So the problem with that is that on the behalf of the consumer, especially if you don't know anything about trading but still want to be interested in it, you have no way of discerning, how good information is. So I want to release half of that for free, or at least a good portion of it for free on YouTube, and advertise it on there, and then use that as a funnel to our website, which we bought with our Ethereum name service, the Ethereum name service domain. I'm not sure if that's a protocol or company, but we bought our own. It's called Watch to Earn YT.eth. So we're gonna put it up on that website and then drive people to it. So thank you guys for watching this update on our Binance short position. Fingers crossed everything goes well. I'll be updating you guys in the future until this trade ends. And if you'd like to donate, go to our video description or to our YouTube about page. Copy our um, copy our address. Go into PooCoin or go to PancakeSwap and then purchase our Watch to Earn token. And the reason why that's better than giving us, through money through Cash App, PayPal, Bitcoin, Ethereum, is that you're able to appreciate with us. So as you guys can see, we're going up in our chart. So if you give $20, $30 in terms of purchasing power, you appreciate all the Watch to Earn within the entire ecosystem. So not just for me, but for everyone else who holds. So you're doing a good favor there. And then also in the future, hopefully as this trade goes along, your donation will be able to, as long as you hold custody over it, will be able to appreciate in value. So it's kind of a give and take symbiotic thank you for your donation. So until next time, guys, catch you later. Peace.